Hello my weirdos, Lizzie here. Welcome back to my channel. Your girl got a haircut. Yes, ma'am, and I'm so excited about it. Oh my god, I hate having long hair. So remember when I said that I was going to be back in a week? I fully planned on being back. I've literally been working non-stop for like the past week and a half, and then Mother's Day happened, and it's been a mess. I finally said, screw it, I'm finally gonna sit down, I'm finally gonna get this video done, and here we are. So since I've been gone for about 2 weeks now, I decided I'm gonna come back and we're gonna do something fun with a hint of dark. Today we're gonna be talking about Disney fan theories and conspiracies. I love Disney. I've loved it ever since I was a kid, like most of us have. It never gets old to me. I can literally watch Beauty and the Beast 1,000 times over and never get tired of it. There have been some really strange and interesting fan theories, and I thought that I'd share a few of them with you today. Some of them are kind of dark, some of them are actually just kind of interesting and make you think. Number 1, Aladdin. There are a few theories about Aladdin. Evidence that supports this is that the character Genie, voiced by the late great Robin Williams, makes a comment that he's been trapped in a lamp for 10,000 years. He's making references that at that time, which was 1995, about Jack Nicholson and Sebastian from The Little Mermaid and Pinocchio. Question is, how does Genie know about that stuff if he's been stuck in a lamp for 10,000 years? Zoe, can you not? Another theory is that Aladdin is completely made up by the merchant at the beginning of the movie. Remember how he's going through all of his inventory and the viewer seems completely uninterested. As we're getting ready to walk away, he stops us and says, "I can see that you are only interested in the rarest of artifacts," and presents us with the lamp. Also, the voice of the merchant sounds oddly enough like Genie, which leads some people to believe that this is Genie telling his story, because since he's been set free, Aladdin didn't really need him anymore. And now Genie's kind of lonely. What if it is Genie? We saw that he can transform into anything. What if he transformed into this merchant so he could try to sell the lamp and get rid of it to make sure that he never had to go back into it? Makes sense. Or what if he actually gave it away to the merchant? That way he would absolutely be rid of it and the merchant could sell it to whoever and make a quick buck, and Genie would never have to see it again. Number 2, Ariel and Hercules are actually related. The Little Mermaid was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. When I was in high school, I actually auditioned for a play and I sang part of Your World, and I did get the part, so yay for me. Hercules was kind of a take it or leave it movie with me, but I do love it, it's just not one of my favorites, so don't come for me. But what if I told you that Ariel and Hercules are actually second cousins? Sounds a little bit crazy, right? Not so much. Now this one's a doozy, so bear with me. So Ariel is the daughter of King Triton. King Triton is the son of Poseidon. According to Greek mythology, Poseidon and Zeus are brothers. Zeus is the father of Hercules, which makes Hercules and King Triton first cousins. And that makes Hercules and Ariel second cousins. On a separate note, the sea witch Ursula made a deal with Ariel in the movie that if she traded her voice, then she would actually get legs, and tried to get Prince Eric to fall in love with her. She had 3 days to do it, and Ursula ultimately tried to sabotage everything. In 2016, an author by the name of Serena Valentino actually wrote a book called Poor Unfortunate Souls, and it's loosely based on Disney's version of Ursula. In the book, she says that Triton is actually Ursula's brother, which makes Ariel her niece. And you thought your family tree was crazy. Number 3, Cars takes place in a post-apocalyptic world. We all find the characters in Cars to be lovable and adorable. The entire world that they live in is made of cars and car parts, right down to the itty bitty little beetles that you see throughout the movie. And who doesn't love Mater, right? Sounds pretty harmless. Think again. The vehicles in the movie have created an entire society of cars. They have gas stations, hotels, a sheriff's office, a courthouse. According to the creative director Jay Ward, his opinion is that Cars actually takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where cars have overthrown humans and adopted their way of life. It sounds silly, but it makes sense. With technology moving at such an alarming rate, cars are basically able to drive themselves due to artificial intelligence or AI. Pixar never came out and confirmed, nor did they deny, this theory. A large group of people believe that robots will eventually take over and rid the world of humans. Who's to say that it won't be vehicles that do that? Jay also seems to believe that once a car gets rid of a human, it actually takes over the personality of the person that it got rid of or from the previous owner that the car actually had. So, keep that in mind the next time you watch Cars and see if you don't look at them a little bit differently. Number 4. Anna and Elsa, Rapunzel, Tarzan, and Ariel are all connected. Arendelle is a beautiful, albeit fictional, kingdom in Norway in which the biggest movie Disney has ever released took place. Frozen. Corona is the kingdom in which the movie Tangled takes place. In the movie Frozen, we get to see Rapunzel and Flynn show up to Elsa's coronation. But why? Because they feel guilty about Anna and Elsa's parents' demise. Okay, let me explain. At the beginning of Frozen, we see Anna and Elsa telling their parents goodbye as they board a ship. Fan theories insist that they were on the way to Rapunzel and Flynn's wedding. Unfortunately, the ship encounters a storm and sinks. That leads theorists to believe that the ship would have sank around Denmark, which is where The Little Mermaid takes place. Some people think that this is the same ship that Ariel explores at the beginning of The Little Mermaid. Since the king and queen perished on the way to Rapunzel and Flynn's wedding, they feel a little obligated to go to Elsa's coronation, which takes place 3 years later. And if you do the math, Tangled came out 3 years before Frozen. The timeline adds up. Now, what if the skeleton that Flounder saw inside the shipwreck at the beginning of The Little Mermaid isn't one of Anna and Elsa's parents? Some fan theorists believe that the parents didn't die at all. They actually survived the shipwreck and washed up on an island and started a life completely new. And if you look at the resemblance of the parents in these two pictures, they look oddly familiar, right? This couple ended up starting a brand new life, built a tree house, and had a son. After the parents were mauled by a jaguar, talk about bad luck, their son was left orphaned and ultimately ended up being raised by gorillas. That son was Tarzan. So those are just a few of my favorite theories. I know that there's plenty more. I plan on actually doing somewhat of a part 2 about Disney theme parks and some of the scary stories that happen there. Be sure to leave me some comments about some of your favorite fan theories. And if you'd be interested in hearing about some of the scary stories that come from Disney theme parks as well. Then make sure you like this video and subscribe and then hit the little notification bell so you know every time I post a new video. Thanks guys. Bye.